Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. Always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today, I guess I'm going to ask for you guys' help. Do you know anyone or any company that does a good setup on acoustic guitars? Because with electric, you can kind of do your thing and kind of lower the action, but with acoustic, it's a whole nother ball game. So I would appreciate if you guys got an acoustic guitar that you send to somebody that set it up, because as you know with acoustic guitars, when the humidity kicks in, the neck bows and the reaction rises quicker on acoustic guitars than electric, big time. And you know, you can't really do nothing about that unless you know how to fix that. I know nothing about that. And I'm one of those guys, if I don't know how to do it, I go get a guy to know how to do it. Still, I can do this by myself. It's a macho thing and fuck it up. You know, never been like that. I'm like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm going to enlist the help of somebody to know what they're doing. So if you guys have any suggestions, I greatly appreciate it, because I have an acoustic guitar that I used to love to play, but now the action has slightly rose on it, and I just don't enjoy playing it no more, because I don't like my action when it goes south on me. Sometimes I just get rid of the guitar. And it's not that it's in a condition that it's not playable, it's just that I know how it used to feel, and I want it to feel like it used to feel. Even though at the state that it's in now, it's playable, but I know personally that it used to feel better, you know, so I would greatly appreciate it, because I'm going to share a story with you guys. I dearly miss Dave, you know, the first guy that used to do my guitars, because not only Dave was a hellified guitar maker and player, he was a good friend of mine. You know, I looked at Dave as a friend, and I think why we hit it off so quickly was, since he was older, unlike Dave, when it comes to business, I don't drag my feet. You know, when you guys purchase my DVDs or guitar from me, it goes out the next day with shipping and signature required. So you get your stuff in like 4 days. Instead of this, it take me 4 days to ship it off, because I got busy. I'm doing 200 other things, and now I'm spreading everything kind of thin. I don't believe in that. You know, when I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something. You know, you ain't got to go looking for me. Hey, what, ain't you going to do that? Oh, I forgot. None of that. Because the word I forgot is not acceptable in business. Because no one wants to hear that when they done gave you their money. Oh, he forgot. You know, and you're like, okay, well, I should have forgot on how to pay. She forgot to pay you. You know, but here's the story. And I share these stories because this is not negative. I'm just sharing the story with you because, again, when it comes to business, you want to be on point with your customers. Because I'm going to say this before I get into the story. Some things I just don't get, or should I say there's some things that business people don't get. And this is a good example. On eBay, you got the buyer and you got the seller. Once the person that buys the item from you, you should give him a positive feedback right now, because he's fulfilled his obligation to the transaction. And still up, there's some people that think that they're supposed to do this. Okay, he paid me, but I'm not going to give him positive feedback until he get the item, and then he gives me positive feedback. That's ass backwards, and you're going to lose a lot of customers with that mentality, because it's backwards. And my feedback should not be reliant on yours. You know, it's like, okay, I paid you, so I'm supposed to get positive feedback. Fast payment, thank you. And still, I'm going to sit there and wait till he gets his guitar, and then he gives me feedback. I'm at the point where I don't even give feedback when it's like that. I'm like, you know what? I'm not giving you shit, because I didn't get mass. And mass is based on me giving you yours. It's nonsense. There's some people that don't get that. But, you know, here's the story. So I had a second guitar maker, or should I say setup guy. And I sent my guitar, my Prince guitar, and he got it. 4 days went past, because normally that's another thing. When you get people stuff, it's just nice to send them an email and say, hey, I got it. I'm about to get to work on it, and I'll let you know when it's going back out. So 4 days passed, because I'm like, the only thing I want is the action lowered. That's it. You ain't got to change strings. You ain't got to adjust anything, but just lower the action. So, which only takes about 30 minutes, you know, 2 hours at the very most, but that's a generous estimation. So 4 days went by, and I'm just checking in on you to make sure you got the guitar, which I know he did, because I'm looking at the track, and he sent me an email back saying, I'm going to have it done tomorrow, and I sent it to you. I'm like, don't rush. I'm not rushing. I just want to touch bases with you, because it's been 4 days, because normally Dave number one, we're used to, same day he get the guitar, a lot of times he's done with it, so I'm gonna send it back out tomorrow. I'm like, whoa, that's quick. And I know everybody's workload and speed of how they do things are different, so I don't try to rate this guy on Dave number one, because Dave number one was special. I mean, he really was. So I said, no rush. So it came today, And the only thing I wanted was the strings lowered. That's it. I didn't want the strings changed because this is a brand new guitar. It came from Germany. Brand new strings. I like the strings just lower the action. So I get the guitar today, and the action is the same as when I sent it. I'm like, there's no difference. There's no difference. I don't notice a difference at all. And then you change the strings. And I don't know if you guys can see that, all that wire hanging out, which is real sloppy. I ain't done a guitar string up like that in years because it's sloppy. You know, it's like cut those strings, the XX strings. So at first I wasn't going to say nothing and just send them my acoustic because I'm like, I really want this done because I can fix the electric myself. I just thought I'd enlist the help of somebody that can do it better than me. So I said, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to send the other one. I said, no, because it would be cheating him because as a business person, you need to know positive, or should I say honest feedback from your customers, you know, because if there's a problem, you know, you should want to know about it. So I said, I'm going to send him an email saying, I got the guitar back today, but the action is the same as it was when I sent it, and the strings were changing. I left for a little letter or a little note in the guitar case saying, I just want the strings adjusted, lower. That's it. That's it. And also, I didn't get my gig back. It's like he said he'd ship it to me tomorrow. I said, you know what? When I send out the other guitar, just stick it in that box and just send it back. You ain't got to make a special trip and pay for it. So he's like, okay. So again, the strings has been changed, and he said to me when I sent him the first email saying that when he asked me about the bag, I said just keep the bag till the other guitar comes. Just stick it in that bag when you're done. Send it back. He said okay because he read the first email first. The second email was about how you changed the strings, and that was not included in what I wanted. And the action is the same. It's exactly the same. It's not lower anything because I know how I sent it, it feels exactly how I sent it. So his response was, the strings are the same. They're the same strings. And I know that's not true because whenever you get a brand new guitar or a guitar from a professional store company like merry-go-round.com, because like my Michael Kelly, he came the other day. I don't know if you can see this, but the strings, there's no wildness in the strings. It's been freshly rounded up. There's no excess whatsoever. And my Prince guitar came exactly like that. I'm like, I know that this guitar came with the strings professionally wound. There was no wildness of them. And I said, I'm 100% sure, but I said this to myself. And I'll leave a link down here so you can see it. Whenever I do a cover with a new guitar, I have a tendency to let you guys see it, and I stick it up there. I did Average White Man cover, Pick Up the Pieces, and it was the first time I played the Prince guitar, first time I got it, so I stuck it up there. I said, let me look at that video because I showed the headstock on the rest of the body. And I went back and looked at the video, and I ran across the screen, and I froze the frame, and I'm looking at the neck. Why is one sticking all up? Because it was professionally rounded. So I'm like, I know now, because I got a visual confirmation that the strings were not all wound like this. You know, they were professionally wound. So when I get them back again, this shit weighed. And this is not a big deal, but the issue is I was told that they didn't change the strings. Oh, yes, you did. But you didn't change lower the action. So I'm like, I don't know what that's about. So, you know, I told him, I said, you know, it's the action's the same and y'all changed strings. So his response was, those are the same strings, which it isn't, because why did you mess with them if they weren't? Then he said that me and my partner, because there's two of them, we agreed that the action was good. You didn't do nothing to the action. You know, and then he said, hold off on sending any more guitars at the moment because we're backed up, which is probably true. And I'm like, that's why I got a sloppy job back, or no job. And he said, hold off on that. When in the first email he sent me, he said it was okay to send it, but I'm like, I'm fine because he's feeling a little rubbed the wrong way because of what I expressed to him. And I wasn't trying to offend you. I'm just trying to tell you that I got a guitar back that I was going to pay for, and it's in the same condition that it was when I sent it. And I was paying to have it, the action lowered, and it wasn't lowered. And the strings were changed for no apparent reason at all. And I'm looking up here at the trees where it divides it. And when I got out the box, they weren't even under the thing. So they just really just slapped this crap together and sent it back to me. I'm like, okay. So it's quite obvious that I have to find another guitar maker or another guitar adjuster, because in business, when you pay people, you give them what they paid for. And if you can't, you either refund their money or you try to fix the problem. So my assumption, this is just pure speculation, that he's real backed up, did a sloppy job, or did something on this guitar that perhaps he's meant to do to another guitar and did it to this guitar. Didn't send me my gig bag back, because normally you keep your guitar in the bag. It's like, okay, you take it out, you fix the guitar, you put it back in the bag and send it off. So I don't know how the bag got away, but he's going to send me the bag. But again, I just thought I would share this story because, again, in business, you want to make sure that you do everything by the customer's specifications. And if you can't, you try to fix the problem. But he was gracious enough to say, don't worry about the invoice, And I'm happy that, because I'm like, I would have to have it shipped back, because I paid $25 to ship it off, because it was only, the next state over, so it wasn't that much. So I'm relieved that I don't have to pay him anything, because I'm like, well, you didn't do anything, other than change my strings, when there was nothing wrong with those strings. I actually liked the strings that were on there, But again, this is not negative. This is not trashing the guy, because he does good work when he does work. He's a tremendous guitar player. But for some reason, I guess business is so good that things are kind of getting sloppy, because, again, when you guys purchase my DVDs, they go out the next day. Sometimes they go out the same day. So if I get payment in the morning, I can burn your copies, because the orders are made to order. I just don't have a whole bunch of them sitting around. It's like when you inquire about it, pay me, then I will make these copies for you and send them out to you. And a lot of times, if I get your request in the morning, I can have it out by the end of the day. And a lot of people, my good friend Ben, who just purchased J. Tercer or Les Paul, he was quite pleased that he got the guitar in a timely manner, and it exceeded expectations for the price that he paid for. He just basically sent me an email saying, I thank you for your professionalism and your honesty, because if there's an issue with the guitar, I'll tell you. I give you my honest opinion. And still, I ain't going to mention that because they might not want to buy it. It ain't about buying. It's just about me sharing something with you guys that you might want. And I give you the specifications that I'm aware of. So I try to do that. I don't get junk and say, I'm going to try to pawn this off of somebody else and then jack up the price. I ain't not one of those kind of guys, because I wouldn't want anybody to do that to me. Tell me what's wrong if there's anything wrong. Like my J. Tercer 335, I mentioned in the video, and it's still up, it's for sale. I'm literally giving it away. It's only $130. I'll leave a link for that video too. I said that one of the pickups, when you turn the switch not working, I actually believe now, as I think about it, it's not the pickups, because I don't think it's the pickups or the pickup. It's the switch. For some reason, when I hit it to that switch all the way back to me, it's no sound, but the other middle position and other left position and right position, it works, and given the price that I quoted, that's why I lowered it, because it's hard to find a 335 copy that's under $250, $300. And these are the copies. These are not the Epiphones or the Gibson. These are the copies. And I'm not going to go into a long spill about that video, because I got that video up. But I just thought I would mention, if you guys know anybody that specializes in acoustic setup to lower the action, leave me a comment. I greatly appreciate it, because I got the guitar boxed up and I want to send it somewhere so somebody can lower that action. And then share that story with you as far as getting my guitar back in the same condition that I sent it out. So until next time, take care and thanks for watching.